All right, let's get into anchor text. Anchor text is really the last element of on-page SEO. So congratulations, guys. You have made it through the on-page SEO module. And this is the last part, anchor text. Anchor text is that clickable link of text in a web page. You see this on blogs and websites and web pages where the whole page talks about something and then it may say to learn about a different element. Like let's say it's a web page on landscaping and you're reading a page about different types of grass. And at the end of the page, after you've surveyed these different types of grass that you could plant in your yard, the end of the page says learn more about the specific type of fertilizer you may need here. And fertilizer may be highlighted. It may be that clickable link. And when you click on it, it leads you to another page on their site, not off their site, but on their site that talks about fertilizer. So that's what anchor text is. It's a clickable link in the text of the web page. The Google Penguin update, which is one of those algorithms, we will get more detail into those later, but that's one of those algorithms that considers the keywords in the anchor text. So anchor text is important, number one. Number two, the words you use in the anchor text is important. The purpose of the anchor text is to lead readers along on a process. You want to take people on a journey in your website and you want to lead them to relevant pages on your site. You want to lead people along. You don't want them to just be kind of like wandering in the wilderness of your site without some direction. And anchor text is awesome for that. You never want to use click here because it's not keyword specific. So if the anchor text, going back to my lawn care website or web page analogy or example rather, if the page is all about different types of grass and the anchor text at the bottom has to do with fertilizer, you would not want the anchor text to be click here. You would want the anchor text to be, for a list of all natural fertilizers, click here. And you would want all natural fertilizers to be the embedded link, which is the anchor text. You want to avoid too many duplicate anchor texts. You don't want to have every page on your website have the same anchor text with the same, leading people to the same page, because that looks weird. It's weird navigation. And what you want to do is make the most out of these anchor texts and lead people to specific pages on your website. And again, just make sure that they are keyword specific. So here's an example of what we're talking about here. This is a quote I got from a page. I can't remember where I got it, but there's billions of examples out there. But this is just a text that's talking about like mobile traffic on websites. I may have gotten this on Google's blog or something, but the quote is talking about trends in advertising and traffic. And he says, a friend of mine recently asked me to review and explain a series of site recommendations sent over by a well-known digital marketing agency with roots in SEO. We talked through the generally good recommendations for content and search optimization, and then we got to this, quote, mobile accounts for 53% of your traffic. We recommend building a mobile-friendly, responsive website. Google recommends using responsive design so that your site looks good on all devices, and it may help increase mobile rankings. The context of the article is about having a responsive mobile website, making sure that your website is mobile friendly, and this particular article is talking about having a responsive design. The anchor text is that blue text, the phrase Google recommends that's underlined, and the phrase may help increase mobile rankings. Those two texts lead to two totally different articles. The one Google recommends leads to a page that talks about Google's recommendations on responsive web design for being Google friendly and good for the user and good for SEO, because Google cares about user experience and page behavior and stuff like that. The may help increase mobile rankings leads to a different article that talks about how responsive design affects rankings, because so many people are on mobile devices and Google cares a great deal about the user experience on mobile devices. And Google has another update called the Google Mobile Update, or sometimes called Mobilegeddon, because it was such a big deal when it came out. But that's the power of an anchor text. You're helping people. You're letting them go further. You're letting them go deeper. And you're using that anchor text to make it keyword specific and lead them to the right place they want to go. And you help people when that happens. And the good thing is that it's keyword specific. It affects your ranking in SEO and the how Google ranks pages and stuff like that. So it enables you to rank higher in Google, but it also helps your readers. And the more people you have reading your stuff, liking your stuff, sharing your stuff, the more authority you get, which turns back and helps your SEO and gets you to rank higher. It's just a great thing to do. You don't want to cram the pages of your website with anchor text. Use them where appropriate. Less is more. You don't want to have an anchor text in every sentence or even every paragraph. You want to use them appropriately. Maybe have an anchor text every couple of paragraphs or something like that. But if you notice the little line here, I put both anchor text sent the reader to highly relevant pages. Also, the anchor text followed the theme of the article. So if you look at each article has one big idea, really, or theme. So you want the anchor text to follow within that theme. So that, my friends, is what anchor texts are. You really have learned the basics of on-page SEO now. I congratulate you. I give you a virtual high five since we can't see each other. I commend you for learning about SEO. You know an overview of SEO. I mean, think about what you knew before you started this course. You know so much more now. And now you know how to do anchor text and alt text and title tags. You know all this stuff. So now you know on-page SEO, you are one step closer to ranking on that first page of Google.